The 35th Annual Loisaida Festival returns today after a 2-year COVID hiatus. The fun-filled event kicks off at noon on the Lower East Side. Gabriela Gonzalez from the Acacia Network listed all the highlights for us. Gabriela Gonzalez, un placer. Good to have you guys back on TIEMPO, promoting and talking once again about the Loisaida Festival. 35 years. Wow. Does that blow you away?
It does. It certainly does. And thank you for having us back on TIEMPO. Very excited to tell you about the festival this year.
No, I am so pumped because it's been, 2 years that you've been virtual now. So a return to the streets in a little while. Because of that, are you anticipating a rather colossal turnout?
We are definitely anticipating a monumental return, and our theme this year is precisely taking it back to our streets, regresando a nuestras calles, because, as you know, for the past 2 years, we have transitioned to the virtual realm.
Yes.
In keeping with COVID-19 guidelines.
Did you learn anything in those last 2 years when it comes to preparing for an event like this?
I think it's very hard to prepare for an unsuspected pivoting to putting together a huge event in the virtual spectrum.
Yeah.
But the first year was certainly a learning lesson, and the second year around, we did. It was a great experience because I do think the Loisaida Center is now much better equipped to put together virtual programming. And I think, we will continue to put that together, as you will see in our YouTube channel, which is a 24/7 streaming channel.
Right. Gabriela, one of the things I love about this event is the fact that despite it being Loisaida, very Latino-oriented, it is open and available and welcoming to anyone and everyone. And you see that in the 25,000 people or so that show up because they want Latino dancing, they want Latino food, they want a Latino good time. Can you sort of convey that message to those who've never been to a Loisaida festival about what to expect?
So the Lower East Side has traditionally been a community of immigrants, heavily Puerto Rican, Latino, and all of those flavors together with other immigrant communities are there. And the Loisaida Festival is really about celebrating the richness and diversity of the cultures that converge on the LES. And during the Loisaida Festival, people will not only enjoy some salsa and Cuban guaracha, but also fusion music and really the sounds, flavors, and cultures of all of those different cultural groups that make up the rich fabric of the Lower East Side.
Just in terms of music genres alone, I was looking at what you've got lined up, and it really does say to me that, yeah, there's an effort for representation, widespread Latino representation. When you have samba, salsa, bomba, guaracha, all of those, that says to me, okay, we're including all kinds of Latinos.
We're including all kinds of people, period, right? Not only from across New York City, but from around the world. And we're excited that this year we're actually part of a citywide effort called Festival of New York, which is a conglomeration of about 300 plus cultural organizations. And we're really the kickoff of that widespread city celebration.
How does that collaboration help you?
It helps us because first, it's a citywide platform, right, where many arts and community-based organizations are utilizing a single platform called Festival of New York to bring attention across the city and around the world to all of these different street initiatives, right, that are going to be taking place as we all reclaim the streets and come back to celebrate life, unity, and culture in New York City.
So aside from that collaboration, 35 years, what's new this year?
The Loisaida Festival has been happening for 35 years, right? And that was thanks to the work of pioneers and community organizers decades ago who made this happen. And the Loisaida Festival this year is proud to continue bringing attention to new artists, to continue nurturing relationships with older artists that fulfill the nostalgia of older generations. So there's a little bit of everything for everyone, from younger families with kids to older adults who will have a section to really rest and listen to Conjunto Los Fascinantes, which is a goodie and an oldie that everybody will enjoy.
I love the fact that you've gone out of your way to accommodate everyone in the family, from the youngest to the oldest. So, Gabriela, felicidades, congratulations. This is just fantastic. 35th Annual Loisaida Festival from noon to 5, so it kicks off in a little while, rain or shine, along Avenue C between 5th and 12th Streets. Thanks for another great year. The Loisaida Festival, always a good time. Bring your dancing shoes and your appetite. Plenty of food, for sure. Thanks for spending part of your Sunday once again with us. I'm Joe Torres.